Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to show y'all how to make homemade buttermilk ranch powder mix. This is a mix that you can take and make your own buttermilk ranch dressing when you need it. This is an item that you can keep in your pantry and on your shelf and only mix it up when you need it. And you don't have to buy those bottles with all those bad chemicals. So y'all come on, and we're going to turn around here and we're going to measure out what we need for this homemade buttermilk ranch powder. Once you have this, you'll never go back to the store-bought bottles again, I bet you. So y'all come on and let's get started. 2.5 tablespoons of parsley. And it don't have to be perfect. We'll say that's a half. One-fourth teaspoon of dried dill weed. So it don't take much dill for this buttermilk homemade ranch dressing. 1 tablespoon of onion powder. That stuff's messy. 2 teaspoons of thyme. And we're going to put it in with this, because I'm running out of bowls, so I'm just going to put this in with the dill. One tablespoon of garlic powder. A half a teaspoon of salt. A half a teaspoon of black pepper. We'll just put it in with the salt. 4 teaspoons of dried chives. And we're going to add them in with this right here. 1, 2, okay, and now for the buttermilk powder, we need 3/4 cup of this buttermilk powder. And that's what it looks like. It looks just like dried milk, but it's buttermilk flavor. So we're going to measure out 3/4 of a cup of this powder. We got to take a little bit out. Okay, that's just a little bit over 3/4, but we're going to go with it. Okay, and now we need 2 teaspoons of white sugar, and I'm just going to add it to my buttermilk powder. Okay, now that we have all our ingredients measured out, I'm going to show y'all how to mix it together, and then we're going to blend it in our Ninja. That's how I like to do it. It gets all the ingredients chopped up and incorporated good. So come on, and we're going to start mixing. We're going to start by, move all this down here. Okay, we'll go ahead first and add our buttermilk powder and our sugar. And then we'll add our parsley, our onion powder, our garlic powder, salt and pepper, our chives, our thyme, and our dill. And now we're just going to give that a good mix with a whisk. Now, some people might want to leave it like this, but I like to put mine in the Ninja and blend it just a couple seconds, maybe about 1 minute. Now we'll put the top on it and we're going to blend it for 1 minute. Okay, just tap it to get all that off your rim so you don't lose any. Now that's what your buttermilk ranch powder looks like once you blend it. If you don't want to blend it, you don't have to. If you like it to stay more chunky with the chives and the parsley. But I like it smaller so you don't see them as much. And if you have little kids eating it, you might not want them to see all the green in it. So blend it and that'll hide all your green chives and parsley in case the kids don't like that stuff. Okay, now we're going to make a batch of homemade buttermilk ranch dressing with our powder we just made. Okay, so we're going to measure us out 3 tablespoons of our dry powder mix we just made. And we're going to use this same dish. It ain't going to hurt it because that's what we just mixed it up in. And it'll be less dishes to have to wash. So there's 3 tablespoons of our powder mix. And then we're going to measure out 1 cup of Duke's mayonnaise. Or you could make your own mayonnaise and use it. I'll show y'all that in another video, but today we'll be using 1 cup of Duke's. Okay? And I am actually going to measure this out. I usually don't measure a lot of stuff. We usually eyeball it, but today for this I will measure out me 1 cup of this mayonnaise, and it's almost gone, so actually we'll probably wind up using this whole jar. So now let's add our mayonnaise to our buttermilk ranch powder. If y'all have ever had that Hidden Valley Ranch, you'll like this. Okay, now we're going to add some milk. You can use any kind of milk of your choice. We use whole milk, so that's what I'm going to go with. Okay, and we're going to measure out 1/2 cup to start with, and I'm going to show y'all how that looks. And if you want it thinner, you can add 1 cup. But we'll start off with our 1/2 cup first. And just give that a mix. And if you want it thinner, you can add more milk. Or if you want it not as thin, you could go with a little bit less milk. Okay? And the way I like to do it is to get it mixed and then put it in a container and refrigerate it for overnight before you get ready to use it. But if you don't want to do that, you don't have to. You can go right to using your homemade buttermilk ranch powder. I'm going to get a spoon so I can show y'all what it looks like. Okay, now I'm going to take a little bit of my homemade ranch dressing that I just showed y'all how to make your powder mix, and then showed you how to make your ranch dressing with your powder over my salad. And if you want it thinner, see how after it sets a few minutes, it does get a little thicker. If you want it thinner, just add a little bit more milk. But this right here is a good way to help you save money, and you can keep it in your pantry, on your shelf, and only make it as you need it. You don't have to buy that store-bought bottle stuff with all those chemicals. In today's video, I just showed y'all how to make your own buttermilk powder ranch mix, and then make it yourself. For a salad, for pizza, for chicken nuggets, whatever your kids like to eat it on, or yourself. I bet this will be better than that store-bought stuff. If y'all give this a try, let us know in the comments down below. Thanks for watching. Okay everybody, that's our video on homemade buttermilk ranch powder. It's shelf stable. You can only make it whenever you need it. If you like our video on our homemade ranch dressing, don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Like and share our videos. And if you hadn't subscribed yet, don't forget to hit the red button down below. Thanks for watching.